guys, and welcome to my garden. Today I want to show you guys how to install a drip system. I've already set up my garden boxes, but they need water to grow the food. So I've got all my things to do this today. We've got PVC pipe and some fittings. I'm going to use my handy dandy pipe cutter and a file to smooth out the edges. If you don't have this, your Sawzall works great. I've done that before. Got my drill, because I'm gonna drill some holes through my garden boxes to thread the pipe through. Obviously, we need PVC glue and primer. And lastly, got my soaker hose. I'm actually gonna split this into two to go to both boxes, so everything gets all nice and wet. But yeah, let's go install some drip lines. The first thing I'm doing is drilling some holes in my planter boxes for the sprinkler pipe to enter into the boxes. I'm just using a hole drill bit and my DeWalt cordless drill to do this. Make sure to go really slow and use oil if you're drilling through metal. It will keep your blades sharper longer. Next, I'm going to dig out the dirt in my grow boxes so I can get down and access those holes I just drilled. And then we'll shove some sprinkler pipes down in there with a 90-degree joint on it so it gives us access into the boxes. Now I'm just eyeballing how long I need my PVC pipe, and I'm using a PVC pipe cutter I got at Home Depot to cut the pipe to the right length before I add the elbow. Now we just need to find a fitting so I can split the hose to go to both garden beds. See if we can find one. When you're finding parts, take your time. It's easy to get a little overwhelmed. When you're gluing your joints onto your PVC pipe, make sure to use a primer and let it sit for a minute, and then put the adhesive over the primer. This makes sure you get a really good seal that will last for years. If there are any burrs on your pipe, make sure to get those off and clean your pipes before you glue them. Once we have our joints glued together, we're going to shove them down the holes we just dug, so one pops out of the hole on the bottom and the other end comes out at the top where I can hook my drip line system. Next up is getting our drip line hose. I got a hose that just leaks everywhere in the hose and it controls how much water flows through it. I'll go over the other styles of drip systems you can use in just a minute, but for now, I'll just show you how to install this type. I'm going to screw that right onto the end of my PVC pipe onto the fitting that accepts a garden hose. I'm going to cut that hose to length so that I get 3 rows in each box, and then I bought some fittings at Home Depot that I will use to cap off the end of that hose that I bought. So like I said, we're cutting the long hose into 2 hoses because I want each end to be able to have a hose connection. Go in there. So what I did, I went to Home Depot and I went to the sprinkler section and the plumbing section, and I just kind of puzzle pieced together pieces that'll fit. So got my little insert here that's going in the hose. Then I'm gonna connect it like that. And lastly, the hose connection. So that's gonna go on the end that I cut off. Pretty simple. So you just screw it together. Ding! And I got one of those for each hose. Now we're gonna jump back to the planter beds, and I'm going to use little metal stakes to hold down the drip hose where I want it to stay in each planter bed. And then attach it to my PVC pipes. If you're wondering why I have poles with fishing lines surrounding my planter beds, it's to keep the deer out. Apparently, if the deer touch them at night, they can't see the fishing line, and so they don't know how to jump over it, so they'll leave it alone. Fingers crossed this actually works, because I do get a lot of deer in my yard. Once we got the drip lines installed in the planter beds, the next thing was to hook up the PVC pipe coming out of the bottom of the planter beds to our sprinkler system. So I dug out some dirt and started cutting PVC pipe and just connecting pieces together as I went. Don't be afraid of the process. If you mess up, just cut it and try again. Okay, so I've got my lines all hooked up and connected. If you want a video on exactly how to do that, I have a sprinkler repair video, so make sure to go check that out. Now, I'm gonna test the drips, make sure there's no cracks or leaks, and fingers crossed there's not. Then I'm gonna show you guys how to do the drip system in the flower bed, and then we'll come back and fill all of this in because that's gonna be quite the job, but we're ready to get wet. All right, the moment of truth. Turn these on, make sure everything's wet. We'll do like 2 minutes. Start. It works. Now I'm gonna cover up all my sprinkler pipes, making sure to get plenty of dirt under the pipe so they don't crack from the dirt settling. And then we're basically done with this. And now we'll jump over and go over the different kinds of drip system components. You are new to a drip system. There are a few little parts and different pieces you can get. I like the adjustable sprayers because they have this cute little sprinkler on top that allows you to adjust how much water is going to each plant depending on how much water they need. You can also get these pressure compensating drippers. This means the piece goes directly into your main line where the water is flowing through. Stab that in there, poke a hole with your hole poker. Then the line will just drip straight out, and this allows 4 gallons of water per hour to come through. There's different levels depending on your needs. Yeah, that's essentially what a drip system is. I prefer the adjustable sprayers just because you can adjust them to whatever water the plant needs. And they're kind of cute. Yeah, let's get everybody their own sprayer. The hole. Got a boo-boo. And they're all in. We have one casualty. Definitely cut up my finger, but now I'm gonna turn them on and I'm gonna show you guys how to do the adjustable sprayers. Here we go. Let's just kind of spin them. More or less water. A little squirty right now. Everyone is ready to drip and grow. That was actually a lot easier than I expected. It actually is my first time installing a drip system, so I think we did pretty good. Thank you guys so much for joining me today to get our garden done, the flower bed, and learn a little bit about drip systems. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to follow me here and on all of my socials at Sunny Moon. If you have any drip line questions, garden requests, or you just want to see fun content, hit me up in the DMs. And until then, happy gardening!